Hello, this is your friendly tech facilitator, Ms. Boucher, with a quick lesson tutorial on using the lesson plan template. So the first place that you need to go is to your Google Docs. You can get there through your email by clicking Docs up at the top. Mine's actually changed to Drive. We'll talk about that later. But click on Docs, and then you should come to your home screen, and weekly teacher lesson plan should be up there. It should say owner Lauren Boucher, and the last time that I modified it was actually this afternoon around 12:30. So if you just click on that, it'll open up. Now remember that I said that you can't edit this one. What you need to do is you need to make a copy of it. To make a copy of it, you go to File, Make a Copy. And you're going to rename it your grade level, last name, and the Monday that the plans are starting for, the date of that. So mine would be, if I was still teaching third grade, 3 Boucher, and if it's for the next week, that would be September 3rd. And I would click OK. While that's coming up, you can go ahead and close the weekly teacher lesson plan, the template, because you won't need that anymore, and just to save confusion. So when you open it up, down at your bottom, you'll have a tab for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Go ahead and fill in teacher name. You do that by double-clicking in that cell. So I would be Boucher, and this would be for the week of. Again, to type in a cell, you double-click the week of September 3rd through September 7th. Lesson title would be whatever. When you see a cell that has these orange corner triangles, that means there's a drop-down menu there. You cannot access that drop-down menu by clicking on that orange arrow. To access it, you have to click in the cell, and then once that cell is highlighted, you'll get the option for your drop-down menu. Now, it was recommended that I put more than one slot for a subject because you do integration. So you have 1, 2, 3 places where you can put in a subject if you're integrating. For your research-based strategies and your 21st century skills, you're going to choose one of those. Right here in the middle for your thinking maps, you have an option for 2 maps because you probably will do more than one map in a lesson. It was suggested to me also that I realign the text, so now when you type in a cell, it should align the text at the top. Notice that some sections have just an open space, whereas some I left the lines in. That is because to keep everything lined up. So for today, I will learn, if you're typing and you get to right here, go ahead and hit enter, and it will move you to this next line right here. Same thing for my job is. For materials, you would just list those materials. Also, let me go back up. For the Common Core Essential Standards, again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells to input a standard in. So don't list them all in one cell. If you would list them separately, and that will keep everything lined up as well. This red box right here, this is just for any notes that you would have for yourself, for your lesson. If you remember, the assessment was right here, but it was recommended that I move assessment down to the bottom so that the lesson plan would flow better. As we scroll down, you'll see the lines for your essential standards, essential questions and your higher order thinking skill questions. Ms. Cherry has requested that you do each one of these for your lesson because a good lesson does include all levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Again, I have edited these boxes so that the alignment will be at the top. And as you scroll down, you still have your interventions and extensions, but I have I have added assessments and checks for understanding at the bottom of the lesson, since that's what comes last. On each page, on each tab, you have a 3x3 lesson plan grid. So if you scroll all the way over, you should have 3 different colored lesson plans, and then if you scroll down, there should be 3 down as well. You will not use all of those during a week, more than likely, but they're there in case you do. So, what happens when you're done with your lesson plan? As you type, your data is automatically saved, so there's no reason for you to continually go back and click Save. Google Docs does it for you. Once you're finished, let me just title this Test, and you can see that it is automatically saving what I just did. Let's say that I've completed my plans for the week. I can close that box and go back into my Google Docs. On your home, on yours will say My Home or Home Screen instead of Drive. You should see a folder with your last name, and it should say Shared, and the owner should be Shonda Cherry. This is the folder that she has created for you. All you're going to do is you're going to drop your lesson into this folder. How do you do that? Find your lesson in your list. Here's mine, Boucher, 3 Boucher, September 3rd. I'm going to click the box next to it, and when I do, you'll see that I get some options up here. I want to put this in a folder, in that shared folder, so I'm going to click on the folder. When I do that, all the folders that I have created show up, and I will also see that shared folder. The way that you know that it's shared is you see a little person on the folder. All of these other folders are just my private folders. I didn't share them with anybody, so they're blank. So you're looking for the shared folder with your name on it. Simply click on it and click Apply Changes. And so now it has put it into my shared folder.